Celebrating month 1 as January 1st and New Year is idolish by the Soul Maker Ministry. Whoever worships idols, stones, woods, or human beings do not deserve to live, because when you worship anything, you are submitting your soul to it. The owner and maker of your soul is a spirit being who is the Almighty Lord of the universe, which is referred to in a phrase as the soul maker. That's the one worthy of your worship, because is the one that makes the soul, gives it to you, and can take it away anytime. The soul maker is the commander-in-chief of your life. Soulfully celebrating month 1 as January 1st and New Year has an idolish origin, and if you join to celebrate it, you are an idol worshiper and you do not deserve to live. One of the objectives of the Soul Maker Ministry is to recover devotees from stories of men and imposed bondages that are inflicting on the people's spiritual problems. Everyone born with a soul is a member of the ministry but may not be a devotee. The ministry is founded by the Soul Maker, the Almighty Lord of the universe. We are just promoters. All the major religions claim to be directed from one God, who is consistent, but they all have different calendars including New Year's, different rules, and so on. One will direct that you eat pork, another will direct that you should not. One will direct that you should not work on Sunday or Saturday or Friday, another will direct that you work on Sunday or Saturday or Friday. Which one is right we do not know, and they all claim to come from one God, who is consistent. One uses the solar calendar, others uses the lunar calendar, and so on. When fundamental differences exist mean they all have idolish interests or foundations which compete with one another. As said earlier, they all have different New Years, one celebrating January 1st as New Year. January. If it is true that it was named after Janus, a Roman god of beginning and doorways, then celebrating January 1st means celebrating the birth of that Roman god. Many other religions have said no to January 1st but have different dates. When did Planet 3, otherwise named Planet Earth by idol worshippers, really start revolving around the sun? None of them can say with certainty the day, using the solar calendar, when our planet starts revolving around the sun. The chance that it is January 1st is 0.0027%, that is 1 divided by 365.25, because we have 365.25 days in a year. What we are all sure of is our individual New Years, that is, our birthdays. All these inconsistencies are what is called religious programming or religious racing. Every religion selling its idea to gain more membership. They scare people with messages like, if you don't follow me, you will go to hell. If you worship anything, you are submitting your soul to it, and that thing can harvest your spirit. The only being worthy of worship is your first root, the owner of your soul, the soul maker, the Almighty Lord of the universe. And you have to worship him directly because the soul is deposited in your parents without intermediaries. If you worship January 1st and the date is not your birthday, you are an idol worshiper of Janus God, the powerful Roman god of beginning and doorways, and your spirit may be harvested by Janus. You are submitting your soul to Janus, therefore, you do not deserve to live. You may not know before, but now you know. Do not give your spirit to Janus, the Roman god of beginning and doorways. Forget what your spiritual leaders tell you because he may not be knowledgeable enough. Many have been so spiritually battered and go to worship places to celebrate January 1st as if it is the true date that the sun starts revolving around the sun. We all agree that the sun and the moon are good to measure calendars. We also agree that our lovely planet 3 revolves around the sun in 365 and a quarter days, which creates the new year. But nobody knows the exact date when our planet starts revolving around the sun. Nobody knows when our planet was created and started revolving around the sun. It could have been January 3rd, or May 2nd, or July 1st, or any other date. What is clear to all of us is that it revolves in 365 and a quarter days. The only book written by the Soul Maker, the Almighty Lord of the universe, is in the Nature Discoveries. The spirit being that created our planet only creates the seasons symbolized by our planet revolving around the sun in 365 and a quarter days. These seasons are holy but corrupted by idol worshippers. Some past authorities divided these seasons into 12 months and named the months after ancient idols. The spirit being that created our planet and the seasons did not name the months. Some human beings gave the different names in different cultures. Unfortunately, they were named after idols and false gods and authorities, infecting the souls of many. Nobody knows the new year for all of us, but we all know our individual new year, which is our birthday, and that should be our spiritual day. We should also be mindful that January 1st New Year in Nigeria is different from January 1st New Year in Australia, USA, Japan, and many other countries because of time zone differences. This is why our group New Year on this planet, if we all know when our planet is created, cannot necessarily be 12:01 a.m. on January 1st. It could have been 11 p.m., 2 a.m., or 12 noon in some countries. While in some countries, there are 3 or more New Years like in the USA. As they celebrate the New Year in Nigeria, Australia has already celebrated, and the USA is still in the old year. We should all pay attention to our birthday, which is more spiritual. We should know the time and place. If you are born 2 a.m. on January 30th in Nigeria, if during your birthday you are in New York, USA, your birthday should be 8 a.m. on January 29 because there is 6 hours difference between New York, USA, and Nigeria during the month of January. Even this time zone is challengeable because the time zone differences are set by human beings. We have over 20 different religious and idolish-based calendars in use or once in use in the world, including the following. 1. Gregorian calendar. 2. Pewokan calendar, used in Indonesia. 3. Ethiopian calendar. 4. Jewish calendar. The Jewish New Year, based on a lunar calendar, is called Rosh Hashanah. 5. Chinese calendar. 6. Hijra calendar, Islamic calendar. The Islamic New Year is called the 1st of Muharram. 7. Persian calendar. 8. Japanese calendar. 9. Julian calendar. 10. Buddhist calendar. 11. Hindu calendar, Vikram Samvat, Shaka Samvat, and Kali Yuga. 12. Mayan calendar. 13. Egyptian calendar. 14. French Revolutionary calendar. 15. Sumerian calendar. 16. Zoroastrian calendar. 17. Celtic calendar. 18. Cappadocian calendar. 19. Achaemenid calendar. 20. Attic calendar. 21. Ancient Greek calendars, etc. You must know January 1st is not the beginning of the year for everyone on our planet. Likewise, December 31st isn't the end of the year for everybody on our planet. Instead of killing yourself for not achieving your goals for the year, try to draw up a broad plan for yourself and pursue it throughout the days of your sojourn on Planet 3. You're created for great things. Pursue these things. Wishing you and your family the best all the time. With the Soul Maker Ministry, every day is New Year. Every day is birthday. Every day is death day, and every day is important. Your new year is your birthday. Say this affirmations for spiritual blessings. Praise and glory to the Soul Maker. Praise and glory to the Almighty Lord of the universe. Let your praise be. I bear witness to the holiness of the Almighty Lord of the universe. Grant blessings to my soul. Grant blessings to my heart. Let your praise be. Visit the Soulmaker Ministry, www.soulmaker.global, to enrich your soul and gain spiritual freedom.